face the third Sunday of Advent, we see John the Baptist was at the height of his ministry. The impact he has on the society of his time is very strong. The Gospel tells us that crowds of publicans, who were the tax collectors, and soldiers went to him, and they all asked him the same question: what must we do? This gives us the idea about what expectancy was around at that time, about how the general feeling was about the coming of the Messiah. John the Baptist replies to this question, which seems simple, but in reality is very deep. And to summarize his answer, he basically exhorts the people to be honest and to share. Why? Because nobody should take advantage of their social position, of their work, and those who have much riches should not boast, but rather must share with those who do not have. Why? Because each one of us must learn to depend not on what we have or on what our social standing is, but rather on Him, He who is coming, to depend on the Lord, who wants to enter and to be in full contact with each one of us. This is John the Baptist's Gospel. Only when we enter into this dimension do we understand the imperative that Paul the Apostle gives us. Do not be anxious for anything. Dear brothers and sisters, let's be honest about it. This is very difficult. To learn not to be anxious, learn to depend on the Lord, and to not allow ourselves to be taken over by worry or concerns or distress. Rather than seeing what we don't have and seeing the glass half empty in our life, we need to change mentality and share with others. This is important. Why? Because the same imperative, don't be anxious, can also be found in the parable of the sower, in which the word that is sown becomes suffocated by worries, concerns, and distresses of the world. The Gospel tells us this, and again we remember, Martha, Martha, you are worried and upset about many things, but only one thing is needed. What is this thing that is important? To learn straight away, dear friends, to depend on the Lord. This means discipleship, remaining at the Master's feet, learning to trust Him, depending on Him each day in this, the favourable time of waiting.